Are you looking for a video on how to divide decimals? Then this video is right for you. So, without much further ado, let's begin. Hi, my name is Rowel Carpio, a math teacher and a coach, and I do math tutorial in my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to present to you how to divide decimals. So how do we divide decimals? In dividing decimals, we can follow the given steps. 1. If the divisor is not a whole number, move the decimal point to the right to make it a whole number. Number 2. Move the decimal point also in the dividend to the right as many places as the number of places moved in the divisor. Number 3. Divide the numbers the same way as dividing whole numbers. Number 4. Put zeros in the dividend when needed. Number 5. Put the decimal point in the quotient directly above the decimal point in the dividend. So let us have examples. Example number 1. Divide 4 and 56 by 3/10. Our first step is for us to make the divisor a whole number. So in order for this 3/10 to make a whole number, we have to move one decimal place to the right. So one decimal place and it will become 3. Since we have moved one decimal place in our divisor, so we have also to move one decimal place to the right in our dividend. So one decimal place to make it 45.6. So our new equation is 45.6 divided by 3. So this new equation is just similar to 4.56 divided by 0.3. So we can now start dividing. In dividing decimals, we can just follow the same way as dividing whole numbers. So we'll start dividing with the first digit, which is 4, divided by 3 will give us 1. 1 times 3 is 3, and then we're going to subtract. 4 minus 3 is 1, and then bring down 5. So 15 divided by 3 will give us 5, and 5 times 3 is 15. Then we are going to bring down 6. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. And 6 minus 6 is 0. Our decimal point in the quotient is directly above the decimal point in the dividend. Since the decimal point is here, so the decimal point also in the quotient is between 5 and 2. Therefore, the quotient of 4.56 and 0.3 is equal to 15.2 or 15 and 2/10. So let us have example number 2. We have here divide 4 and 12 thousandths by 200. So we have here 4.012 divided by 0.02. So first is for us to make our divisor a whole number. Since we have 2 decimal places in our divisor, so we have to move 2 decimal places also. 1, 2 to make it 2. Since we have moved 2 decimal places in our divisor, so we have also to move 2 decimal places in our dividend. So 1 and 2 to give us 401.2. So we can now start dividing. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. So 2 times 2 is 4 minus. So bring down 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0. And then bring down 1. 1 divided by 2 cannot be. So we have 0. 0 times 2 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Bring down 2. So you have 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. So 12 minus 12 is 0. So our decimal point in our quotient is directly above the decimal point in our dividend. So it is here. So the quotient of 4 and 12 thousandths divided by 200 is 206. Now let's proceed to our third example. So we have here divide 63 by 7 tenths. 63 divided by 0.7. So in order to make our divisor 7 tenths a whole number, so we have to move 1 decimal place to the right to make it 7. So since we have moved 1 decimal place, we have also to move 1 decimal place in our dividend. So since our dividend is a whole number, it is understood that the decimal point is after the last digit. So the decimal point is understood to be here. So we have to move 1 decimal place, and then we are going to replace the empty space with 0. So this becomes 630 divided by 7. So 630 divided by 7. So 63 divided by 7 is equal to 9. 9 times 7 is 63. And then bring down the 0. 0 divided by 7 is 0. 0 times 7 is 0. So 0 minus 0 is 0. So therefore, the quotient of 63 divided by 7 tenths is 90. And then finally, we have here example number 4. Divide 18 and 9 tenths by 15. 18.9 divided by 15. Since our divisor is already a whole number, so therefore we don't need to move anymore the decimal point. So we can automatically divide the given numbers. So we have 18.9 divided by 15. So 18 divided by 15 is 1. 1 times 15 is 15. 8 minus 5 is 3. And then bring down 9. 39 divided by 15 is 2. 2 times 15 is 30. So minus 9 minus 0 is 9. After that, we have to add 0 in our dividend, because adding as many zeros in the dividend will not change the original value of our dividend. So we can add 0, and then we can just bring down that 0 here to make it 90. 90 divided by 15 is 6. 6 times 15 is 90. So 90 minus 90 is 0. So the decimal point in our quotient is directly above the decimal point in our dividend. So the decimal point is here. So therefore, the quotient of 18 and 9 tenths divided by 15 is 1 and 26 hundredths. So there you have it, how to divide decimals. I hope that you have learned and enjoyed watching this video. See you again in my next video. Thank you.